Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Sam Marine. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic dozy crack-a-lacking day. Today we are here for the Bluebirds podcast. So subscribe, like, comment and share because another podcast will be coming very soon. For next season of course. So yes. Before we kick the Bluebirds podcast off, obviously I've been doing my bits from the action this past season in the EFL League 1, and I just want you guys just have a look and check them out if you want to. If you want to see some juicy goals happening in bits from the action. So, that further said and Jews, let's kick off the Bluebirds podcast. So, we have got points here, talking points. So let's kick off with season reflection. So we did have a good season this season, and yes, it has been a very, very good season. Considering Cardiff have not been in the league in League 1 since 2003, since obviously 13 years ago. So yes, 23 years ago. So yes, it basically is it's so refreshing. Obviously no one wants to go down to League 1, but we needed to go down to basically bring our identity back in some ways, in terms of bringing like the youth system into the team, bringing them up, improving them, and then getting the whole club basically going forwards. So yes, it is a fantastic season this season, and pretty awesome season, and there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to next season. So yes, it's going to be a fantastic season. This season though, we did do wonderful. We got big results against obviously the last home game, Northampton 5-1, which was awesome. So yes, we had a lot, and I mean a lot of wins this season. Just looking back now, we did lose to teams like Plymouth. That was a shocking result away against Plymouth. Obviously Plymouth at the time were doing good, so yeah, Plymouth, tough team for Cardiff. I'm just looking at the results down here by the way. So yeah, we did beat Exeter 4-0 away, which was a fantastic match. We did get a couple draws in there. We did get that big vital win against Bolton Wanderers, which was good, and that basically gave us a boost towards the end of the season, where obviously it was a bit I wouldn't say nervy, but if one or two results went against us, then it would be even more like nail biting towards the end. But fair dues to the team, they did dig in deep and got the big results that we needed. So yes, I'm just looking here on the 1st of January we drew to Wickham away, then we got a win home to Wigan. Obviously we did get a win away against Bradford after that. We got a big win against Barnsley of course. So yes, I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see actually, because we went on a good winning streak. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. yes, so we did go on a good 12-game unbeaten run, which was fantastic at the time for Cardiff, because I mean, a lot of people would say that hard work was done in the early part of this past season, and it's true. We did get a lot of wins, and I mean a lot of wins at the beginning of the season, of course. Obviously, I would still remember that time when we basically lost to Port Vale, our first away game, and they battered us with physicality and all that jazz. And yes, we did, I think, draw to Port Vale, which was alright. 0-0 away against Port Vale. That was the game in which it was a reality check in some ways for the young players coming in. And so throughout the season, of course, they probably built their physicality, their cohesiveness, their agility, basically all round performance they improved throughout the season, and that basically made it easier for the whole club to be more positive and be like winning more games. So basically, yes, it was a fantastic season for the Bluebirds. And I'm just looking at the stats here. We have got 2.0 goals per match. So we've got 2% goals, and we're like the highest in percentage in terms of the goals. So we have basically dominated the league without actually feeling really like we dominated it. Of course, Lincoln congratulations Lincoln, they were amazing this season. So yes, that has been my reflection of the season, which was pretty amazing. Right, next up we have is the rise of the academy. So the academy players, like I said, were amazing. Obviously, credit goes to BBM and the club for bringing in the youth players like Lawler, Joel Colwell. Of course, Ruben Colwell was there before this season and played a couple of games throughout last season. So it is credit to BBM and credit to the youngsters, because some youngsters sometimes fall to the wayside if they don't perform like to their best in some ways, if you know what I mean. Like people like Reece Healy, he came along in our academy and left. People like Tommy O'Sullivan, don't know if you guys know him or anything, but he came from our academy. I really wanted him to be good, but we moved him on, of course. So yes, young players like that fall to the wayside, but this season was a completely different story, because you've got Capaccio, you've got Lawler, you've got Joel Colwell, Ruben Colwell, Ashford, Isaac Davis, and you have got young Joel Bagan. Of course, Bagan didn't come from our academy, but he stuck with Cardiff for a long time. So I'm just looking at the player stats here now. These are the stats, and the top goal scorer was Salak. Fantastic striker for us. What a player for us. Amazing. So yes, Ruben Colwell got more XG in terms of expected goals. So expected goals is basically what you expect from the player or the team when they go into the game. And yeah, he's second basically behind Yusuf Salak, but Ruben's has been on fire this season and he has done wonders. Obviously, there was 1 or 2 games that I weren't particularly impactful in terms of games, but I think that was partly because Yusuf Salah got that injury in the end. So, yes. Joel Bagan got 73 chances created. So, I mean, I know he's our only left back, but he is one of our biggest and best left backs in the team for a long time. Since, I don't know, Taylor back in the day, or maybe, I mean, Kevin McNaughton was a right back, so I mean, it's not too many left backs back in the day for Cardiff. Obviously, you've got Joe Bennett, he was amazing, obviously, and yes, yes, so Cardiff left backs had Fabio Da Silva, obviously, Joe Bennett, of course, and a few others. But in terms, so Joe Bennett was our before Joe Bagan. Joe Bennett was our last left back. Was good, well, very good. But Joe Bagan thrived in League One, and so did a lot of the youngsters. They thrived in League One. They survived. They improved. They got better over time, and I mean, if you think of the Port Vale game away, like our first away game this past season, and you look at now, it's like night and day. I mean, it really is. So yeah, a lot of credit goes to BBM, but a lot of credit do go to the youngsters as well. They've been fantastic this season, especially players like Lawler, the both Colwell brothers, who I always said they should play together because they know they got the best chemistry together, and obviously because they're brothers, they know a lot about each other and their game plan and all that jazz. So yes, more Colwell brothers for Championship next season. So hopefully, yes. But we did have others like Capaccio, who struggled after a while because obviously the less game. I mean, Capaccio, right? He started games at start of the season, then middle of the season, but then was faded out by Perry NG, who basically outperformed him in terms of like attacks and more threat going forward. Capaccio, he is a fantastic player. He just needs more time, like starting games and improving over time. I mean, a lot of these youngsters will improve like dramatically next season in Championship. So yeah, that has been the look of the youngsters. Now, no. Next up, we have got Player of the Season. Now, personally, I do think that Joel Colwell has been our best player of the season. Obviously, there were games that he didn't play, and I thought, why isn't he playing? But then you got Wintle in midfield and Ruben there. So, I mean, you can't. I mean, you could have Wintle as central defending midfielder, then both Colwell's in front of him. But I mean, yes. Obviously, at the start of the season, he did play a lot of games. Obviously for the club, alongside Ruben, but then got faded out like near the end of the season. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully everything's okay. I mean, it's been a fantastic season overall for Joel Colwell. Obviously rising to fame as he obviously got more goals and all that. So yeah, it's been fantastic for Joel Colwell, and he, my friends, has to be my player of the season. So let's just look at, before we move on, let's just look at, yeah, he came on. It says on here, FotMob, his transfer value is £770,000. I mean, typical, innit? At the start of this season, he was July 1st, 2025. He was £540,000. The player was worth. Now he's nearly up to £1 million. That is incredible. His rating for this season 6.85. I mean, it says orange, highlighted orange there, but he has done wonders. Got 5 goals, 2 assists, 23 starts, 39 matches, 1,917 played, and only 7 yellow cards. So he has been a fantastic player overall. And his best game on FotMob, it says anyway, was, well, he had a 7.7 rating in Northampton's game, you know, the last home game of the season, and he's got a 8.4 rating when we played against Luton Town, and we won 3-1 at home. So that, I mean, he has, I'm looking at more greens here. Obviously, games like Leyton Orient, Wigan, Stevenage, Exeter, Lincoln, he never played. I mean, he's learning. He's still young. He's learning. So yeah. Then obviously 7.7 the Northampton away game, which was good. Then he got an 8.6 rating. His best performance, it says here, it was against Burnley. And we did win 2-1 away against Burnley. What a player. What a player. At the start of the season, he got a 7.5. Then he got 8.1 against Cheltenham. So, yes. It says here at the start of the season, we won, drew 1-1-1, 1-1, 1-1. So, we did get a lot of wins. And I am so happy about that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we went on a 9-game unbeaten run. So yeah, pretty awesome. And that has been Joel Colwell, baby. Now, next up is obviously looking ahead to next season. Now, next season is going to be a fantastic season. Coming up is going to be one hell of a season. You've got big teams for bits from the action. You've got a lot of away games I will be attending next season in the EFL Championship 2026-27 season. So, hopefully we have got some juicy games. Obviously, as I'm recording this, it could be Tottenham, it could be West Ham, so it could be one of them. So, who knows? But all I know is we have got some juicy away games coming up, and only 8 places go, well, 3rd down to 8 go to the playoffs next season, or this season coming. Obviously it's going to be a fantastic chance for the Bluebirds to climb the table, and potentially, because history shows Cardiff always miss out on playoffs, whether it is in 8th position, 9th, 10th, 7th. So it is going to be a fantastic season for the Bluebirds. And yes, you'll have to look out later, for, like in a future date, of what I think my predictions are for next season are. So that has been that. And it is going to be a fantastic season. Obviously you've got Lincoln, you've got obviously the 3 derbies, the Jacks, the Bristol and Wrexham. So it's going to be a wonderful season. Sadly though, the dream would be if 2 Welsh sides. Yeah, 3. The ultimate dream in my head now. The ultimate dream would be if 3 Welsh sides were in the Premier League. Imagine that. If Wrexham was first, if Cardiff was second, if Wrexham won in the playoffs. Amazing. That would be Derby, 3 Welsh teams in the Premier League. Oh, all we want now is Newport, because they've done wonders to climb the table, get to League One, then the Championship, and you got all 4 teams from Wales in the Championship. Imagine that. So yes, a lot to look forward to next season in EFL Championship 2026-27 season. So yes, I cannot wait, and I'm sure you guys cannot wait. There'll be another Bluebirds podcast more nearer the time. I will react to the new EFL fixtures, which will be on June 25th at 12 p.m. Usually it's around like 9 a.m. or something, innit? So, and then obviously Cardiff's pre-season, which is in Ireland, is on the 13th onwards of July. So that should be a juicy match. I think they're playing games in Cork. I mean, amazing. So look out, if I'll let you know if we will be going away to basically to the pre-season tour. So yes, that is the Bluebirds podcast for now, and thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. If you do like the Bluebirds podcast to return, subscribe, like, comment and share. We are hitting 10 likes or above, so if you can help out, then that would be super. It's only a couple of seconds to click in or tap in. And yes, thank you all for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace! Diolch yn fawr iawn.